change the course of the conflict and that they would add to the problems of the Ukrainian people.
The US is doing a lot. Germany is also doing a lot. We have constantly expanded our supplies with very effective weapons that are already available today. And we have always closely coordinated with all these decisions with all our important allies and friends. With France, for example, with the US, for example, with other major countries in Europe, and of course, with all those who participate in this discussion. The way we have proceeded in the past, always discussing the concrete situation closely with all our friends and allies, is the way we will proceed in the future. We have to fear that this war will continue for a very long time, and that is why it is important for Ukraine to know that we will not slacken our support and will continue to act as long as necessary. But that is also why this principle, which has carried us so well through the last period, remains important for the future. We only act in close coordination with each other. The world we live in will soon have 10 billion inhabitants. It will have many large, influential nations and will become multipolar. We as Europeans, French and Germans will only be able to influence what is important to us in this world in our own direction. If we do so together as France and Germany, as the European Union, and that is also the mission that derives from the 60 years of the LC Treaty.
Particulier, Monsieur le Président, sur le Burkina Faso, qui a demandé donc le départ des forces.
At the same time, we want the expansion of our energy production with CO2 neutral forms of production in Germany with wind power and solar energy above all, and with the expansion of our grid. At the same time, we want hydrogen to be available in large quantities and at affordable prices as the gas of the future. This is a technological advance that we can only achieve together, and we have also agreed closely that we want to achieve this together.
Voilà. Merci beaucoup à toutes et tous. We go to the Defense and Security Council. Monsieur le Chancelier, cher Olaf, Mesdames et Messieurs les ministres, Mesdames et Messieurs les ambassadeurs,
our objective is the same. It's a more sovereign, more united Europe, with more solidarity, which fully controls its destiny. Our determination stays absolute to help the Ukrainians in their fight, and if Ukraine needs to be reconstructed, we, Europe, will be here. Regarding the Leopard tanks, I asked the Army Minister to work on it, but nothing has been ruled out. It has to be assessed collectively with 3 criteria. Firstly, as we had been able to do since the beginning, that it does not escalate, and we always follow this line. Secondly, that it could bring real and effective support to our Ukrainian friends. And for this, we must consider the capacity to maintain them in operational conditions and training. The third criterion is to not weaken our own capacity for defense, in particular our critical structures.
Est-ce qu'après ce rendez-vous franco-allemand, vous avez pu vous entendre sur une réponse commune à
Nous avons aussi
We also have a desire to make our hydrogen strategy closer. There are two important developments these last weeks to have a common approach in terms of regulation to prioritize low-carbon hydrogen and to act on our different energy choices on a national level, but to resolutely defend a bigger European production of low-carbon electricity, also to be able to produce hydrogen. And secondly, we decided to expand the H2Med project. Thanks to European financing, links Portugal, Spain and France. And also at the heart of this hydrogen strategy is Germany, who will be a partner in this hydrogen strategy.
Mandat clair à la présidentielle, mais aujourd'hui, une majorité de Français.
On a recommencé à parler de la
I am waiting for the president during the transition, Ibrahim Traoré, to speak. I understand that the messages that have come out at this point have caused a lot of confusion as Traoré is traveling outside the capital. So we must stay careful.
In a possible breakthrough for Kyiv, German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said on Sunday her government would not stand in the way if Poland wants to send its German-made Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. Ukraine has been asking Western allies for the German-made tanks for months, but Berlin has so far held back from sending them or allowing other NATO countries to do so. Baerbock's statement comes after Poland signaled that it could send the tank without Germany's approval. Her remarks appear to go further than German Chancellor Olaf Scholz' comments at a news conference in Paris earlier that day. Scholz said that Germany will not slacken support to Ukraine and will continue to act as long as necessary, but that all decisions on weapons deliveries will be made in coordination with allies, particularly the United States. Germany has faced mounting pressure to send Leopard 2 tanks, which is considered one of the West's best, to Ukraine. Western allies met Friday to discuss the issue, but did not reach a decision. Scholz's Social Democrat Party is traditionally skeptical of military involvements and worries sudden movements could trigger Moscow. But on Sunday, German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius said he expected a decision on the tanks soon. Other allied nations have offered to send their own tanks to Ukraine, but experts say for Ukraine's fight, those tanks don't stand up to the Leopard 2. The Kremlin spokesman said on Friday that Western countries supplying additional tanks to Ukraine would not change the course of the conflict, and that they would add to the problems of the Ukrainian people.
The US is doing a lot. Germany is also doing a lot. We have constantly expanded our supplies with very effective weapons that are already available today. And we have always closely coordinated with all these decisions with all our important allies and friends. With France, for example, with the US, for example, with other major countries in Europe, and of course, with all those who participate in this discussion. The way we have proceeded in the past, always discussing the concrete situation closely with all our friends and allies, is the way we will